Hey everybody, it's LCSII back at you. Unbiased, uncaring, and unaffiliated. So, this is my second topic. And this one, it's been bugging me for a little while, and it's a personal opinion, but I can't force y'all to agree with me. Though, I know there's enough of you out there who probably want the same thing I do. Animation in the United States is not being used to its fullest. And by that, I mean, we are not using animation for what it could be. Don't get me wrong. Anime films, they're beautiful, they're artful. We bring great art technique to everything. We're not that far back from anything else. But when it comes to serious stories and tales and everything in between, when we can try to do stories that are PG-13 or rated R in telling, we'd stay away from those like crazy. There is no films on the West. No films at all on the West that are anywhere close to being appreciated. What I mean by that? Anime. We do not do things like they do in Japan. They actually take stories that cannot be done by visual aid nowadays while costing hundreds of millions of dollars. They do it by animation. Why don't we do the same? It's not that hard. Okay, maybe it is, but you know what I mean. It's not impossible. It's not an impossible feat. And don't tell me there's not a market for it. Simpsons, Family Guy, despite how much I despise that show, American Dad, and Archer. Those who watch FX know what I'm talking about when I say Archer. And most famous of all, South Park. Radar and PG-13 material right there. But they're some of the most popular and well-loved shows out there. Rick and Morty! That stuff is so freaking radar that I'm this close to calling it NC-17. Well, at least they're not, it says no nudity. Beyond that, woo! But people keep saying there's no market for it. I call BS on that. I could talk to anybody who's in the film whatsoever. It's like, how would you feel if they made a Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel or a film like that? Would you see it if it was just as graphic or even a little bit more graphic? Like, make it full PG-13. Would you go see it? I'll bet you 9 out of 10 that 8 out of 10 of these people will go to it easily. Because we love that film. Oi, The Simpsons film. The Simpsons. A hard PG-13. Got $500 million when it was made. Coraline, Corpse Bride, and every Tim Burton film made so much money and considered cult classics and well loved. So there is a market for it. Every DC animated film that pushes the edge is a credit and love. So there is a market for it. What I'm asking America is maybe, just maybe, we can do the same. There are tons of anime fans out there. So there is a market for it. There is. There's so much we could do with animation, but no one wants to do it. And it's kind of depressing. There are some things I would like to see. I would love to see an animated film that uses its ability. Make it a fantasy or science fiction film. You can't do it because it's impossible. Best example of if you want to make if you want to make a RPG or PG-13 series, this film series or TV series, they're animated. Harry Potter. You get all the visuals. Everything that's described in the book will be like in the book. Gotta pick the style for it. That's true. But it will work so well. It'd be fully fantastic. And trust me, you will get your money back. There is enough Potterheads out there that will pay money to see an animated series that gives the book series justice. Trust me. There are so many things you can do. You can add stuff to say, and the only excuse they had was, we didn't have the film, we didn't have the characters, we didn't have anything. It was impossible during the time to make it a reality. We didn't know how the books were going to end. We didn't know if that person was going to be important or not. Now you know. Everything's out the way, and the animated series Harry Potter, trust me, that would make some killer money. And even though it's about to go off air, I would love to see a Ralph Bakshi, Ralph Bakshi, or not him. No, not Suffer Foreign. Forget that guy. He probably put some old BS into it. Nope. But an animator, a good hardcore animator, could bring Games of Thrones to full aspect. Because despite how people say how marvelous Game of Thrones is, you need to understand there are a lot more colored people in Game of Thrones than they put into the books. There are a lot more characters in the Game of Thrones than in the books. They're in the books, but they don't put it in the show. It's sad. And unlike this TV show, you don't have to make every character gay just to help the fan base full of fangirls and fanboys. And you know what I mean. I'll get into that subject later. But trust me, I'm sick and tired of people just adding a gay character or a lesbian or a bi character just to fit their own PC narrative. Yes, I'm black, and I'm talking about this crap. Please, it's enough. Lego. We get the point. We live in a multicultural, multisexuality, multi-gendered, there's only real 3 genders, world. I fully accept that. But people, animation is such a beautiful thing, and we don't use it. Every time I see an animated film from Japan or a TV series from Japan that talk about war, bloodshed, death, war, bloodshed, death, all the major things that you could ever want in a film piece. And they talk about it in full seriousness. And we can do that too easily. We may not have the freedom to do it like Japan, but we have the tech to beat the crap out of Japan. You can make a serious film if you do it wisely. And by wisely, I mean if you put the story out. World of Warcraft. I saw it. It was a rush hot mess. I enjoyed it, sure, but it was a rush hot mess. It's like they're trying to get all through that just to get to the good stuff. It's pretty much the equivalent of getting through all through Star Wars just to get to Return of the Jedi in the last hour. It doesn't work. That's why that film didn't do so well. You gotta do it in piecemeal. Don't go Warner Brothers and do the whole thing and make Batman, Superman, and Justice League right out the gate. You gotta tiptoe these people to this world first. I'm not the first to said it, but they should have, and I know they're probably sick and tired of hearing this, after Superman, do Flash. Do Wonder Woman. Love you for that one. Wonder Woman was an awesome film. One of my favorite superheroes. Period. She number 2. Number 1's from Marvel. Personal fave. Not going to say who. Till later. But trust me, I like her more than Batman, Superman, and my second favorite DC hero, The Flash. But, people, there's a lot more to this. You don't have to rush through it. Do it piecemeal at a time. Do you want to say you're not going to get all the good stuff? The X-Men and Marvel all understand you got to do it piecemeal. You can't just jump in the deep end as far as film goes. People are not going to respond to it well. And most importantly, when you do it and you want the audience to keep coming back, if it's from a source material, don't be a slave to it, but don't spit on it just to fit your narrative. Last Jedi. But you gotta keep your own, you can put your own spin on it, but don't spit on the past, especially if that past was well loved. Nobody wants to see it after that. I am of the opinion that animation can go far beyond what we're doing in the United States nowadays. I know we can. Do we have the ability? Yes, we are. It's like the $6 million man. We have the technology. We can do it. And you don't have to spend $30 million. Let me put it this way. For $30 million in animation, you can make a $300 million special effects film. Because the person wants to draw, animate, or cell shade, or whatever form of animation you want to do it in, and it's a lot simpler. The money for voice actors, a lot simpler. Everything. They do not have to work to the extreme levels that anything else. And don't say that CG films or anime films can't work. Andy Serkis, get that man a freaking Oscar. Just because he's not in a approved film doesn't mean he can't do it. Planet of the Apes series proved you wrong. That they can make a great film with just CG. But no one does it. I have to ask, am I the only one of this opinion? Am I the only one who believes that animation can be PG-13 or rated R without being lewd and crude and insulting? It can go that way. South Park proved that you can have a rated R anime film and make money from it. I want to have this form of animation, of this form of film, to take new heights in the United States. It's not impossible. It's not hard. Well, not harder than anything else. But we have to take it seriously. You can't use it as a money-grabbing scheme. And to prove that I'm behind this, there's a movie with Jim Henson puppets coming out that is rated R. You know what I'm talking about. And it is crude and to the balls of the wall. But they're not doing it to insult people. That's the major thing. They're not doing it to insult or shock or anything. Well, a little shock. But not like Charlie trying to get everybody pissed off at them. They're doing it just to tell a story. It's a freaking action comedy with Jim Henson puppets, 1990s buddy cop series. That's something that they're going to use puppets for to tell a serious story. It's almost like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit pushed to the extreme, but in modern times. And I'm going to see it on opening night. I ain't going to be one of those fools trying to stay up late and try to be the first ones in. I'm supporting it. I'm not crazy. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I wait till the week after so I don't have to stand in line for hours just to get the last seat in the very back to the right side. I have patience. I'll support the film, but I ain't gonna go midnight opening madness. No, 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 no. No. I do not have that kind of patience. But still, I would love to see a film that uses that kind of information. Sorry, not information. I get my tongue slipped. A film that uses that kind of animation and puppetry and whatever to step out. Because in this, we can have a animated film taken seriously. And I will support it. I hope you will too. So we can have more films like it. Well, that's my piece on animation for now. I'll let you know how I feel about some things and others. Till then, later. Oh, and if showing soon, not now, but soon, I'll give you my opinion on Solo. And it's going to be pretty bad for me because, one, it's not that bad of a film. It's not stellar like they're trying to say in the media, but it sure as hell ain't crap. But then again, I think my expectations may have been smacked down by Last Jedi. So that might be part of it. But still, it's not that bad. And I'll also tell you that Lando is not pansexual. I'll give you the correct term for it and make you realize that he's just a very, very horny black man that will tap anything that looks female. I'll get more into that later. Until then, bye, peace, one love, and God bless.